guys, and happy icy Friday. It is February. We are through with the interminable January, and cases are getting better. So hopefully we are almost through this wave of the Omicron variant. We are opening City Hall back up, and Weston Field will be open as well starting on Monday. Obviously closed today, both because of the variant, but then also because of this ice. Thank you to DPW for being out there all night and into now, helping clear the streets, prep the streets for snow that's on its way after this ice. And a thank you to code enforcement for getting out there and giving warnings and some even violations to folks who haven't been responsible owners and cleaning up their sidewalks. So I know as a new homeowner that it is a challenge, and I'm still working on how to do all these things. So we appreciate everybody taking care of their properties, and we appreciate code enforcement and DPW for keeping us safe. All right, so we'll keep this quick today. We're excited to maybe get through in this next few weeks and be able to start doing these town halls live. Maybe do these live once a month, something like that. We'll figure out what works. We started out in March of 2020, the week before the pandemic really hit. We had a coffee at Keystone Diner in West Side, and then obviously that stopped. But we'd like to go back to those in person. I'd really like to. I miss being able to talk to people in real time. So we'll figure out what the best way forward is there, and of course be sensitive to people's safety and making sure that we don't do anything before people are comfortable. Okay, so tonight is First Friday. We'll see how the weather goes. If you can safely get downtown, AFA Gallery is got an exhibit. Analog Culture has live music. Northern Light has some art. And this is the beginning of the Ice Festival at 6:30. There's supposed to be an opening ceremony for the Ice Festival at the courthouse. So again, weather dependent, we'll see some of you down there. And then through the weekend, the Ice Festival, the ice sculptures will be going on. There'll be music. The organizers are putting the music on. They're live streaming it, which is great, just like they did last year. And then also tomorrow at noon, at City Hall, we'll be having our third annual Pan-African flag raising to celebrate Black History Month. This is led by the Black Scranton Project. They came to us with this, one of the very first things that we did in our new administration in 2020. So this is our third annual, and the street will be blocked. So if you come, you'll want to park or walk down or bus down if you can. But that street in front will be blocked, which is nice. We had a big crowd last year. We want to make sure that we're able to spread out this year. So that is going on noon tomorrow. Again, the Ice Festival throughout the weekend. Some good fun stuff. Today is National Wear Red Day, awareness for heart health, women's heart health especially. So you'll see some of those things out in the social media and et cetera. And our public health coordinator, Dr. Saxon, was talking about it this morning. We're excited to always talk about these things and make sure that we're being mindful of our health and preventative measures to keep our cells healthy. Okay. So our food pantries locally, go to neighborlypa.org. We've got food pantry, or the Friends of the Poor has food pantries at Bangor Heights, Finch Towers, Hilltop Manor, Jackson Terrace, Valley View Terrace, and then St. Luke's Episcopal Church also has them. The details are at neighborlypa.org. Rent and mortgage assistance through UNC and through NeighborWorks of Northeastern Pennsylvania. And then Empowerment, formerly SLHDA, they have rent utility assistance programs as well. Mental health resources, we have outreach, Scranton Counseling, Jewish Family Services, and then the Children's Advocacy Center is always available for children in bad situations, and Women's Resource Center is always there for women experiencing domestic violence. So we have such great resources here in the community. Please make sure that you utilize those resources, or you encourage friends and family to do so if they need them. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Norma. There's a food drive at NAOG next weekend, and the collections will go to local food pantries. I can't believe that's already happening again. I remember being there last time. Matthew, if you have something to report, I would encourage you to send that into Scranton 311 with some more details, please. That would be helpful for us. Okay. If there are school district concerns, if there's something that is, a health or safety concern, please send that into 311. If it's a school district policy, that's not our domain. So I would encourage you to reach out to the school district on that. But again, anything that's, health and safety related, if there's sidewalks or something that are impassable on the way to schools or a host of other things, please do let us know. But school district policy is made by the school district. All right, so I think this question is about the ARP funds. We are working with our consultant to go through the new rules, and we're excited that the rules are more flexible now in their final state than they were originally, which is wonderful. So we'll be finalizing our proposals and bringing those to council, I believe in March. In the meantime, we will be having some kind of advisory committee meetings with a host of different individuals and organizations from the community to inform that. And then we'll take that to the public. We'll take it to the council. We'll make sure that we have a public conversation. Again, we have really cool opportunities, I think, with these new rules that make us able to use the funds on a more flexible basis. So it's very exciting. And we will, as we've been talking about, we'll focus on economic development, we'll focus on public health, we'll focus on community resources, we'll also focus on stormwater. Stormwater, as we know from days like this, we really need to work on our infrastructure. That's one of the key uses allowed for those funds. And we'll be looking at that, especially in that second tranche of ARP funding, which will come to us over this summer. So Mr. O'Connor, the Weston Field is open. It's been open really nearly every single day in the last month for Code Blue in partnership with Keystone Mission. So we at the city, we provide that building as a resource during Code Blue. And we continue to advocate for more shelter beds, more shelters, not fewer. You can go to our record before the zoning board for that. And we'll work with our consultants, and I'm working with other cities to see what housing options are available and what we could do with ARP funding. So Jane, the building will be back open on Monday. For licenses, I know permits we can do on online now. Licenses, I'm not sure, but you can go to scrantonpa.gov under code enforcement and get information there. We will be back open, like I said, on Monday, but we're very excited about increasing the number of online resources we have. Again, permitting is online now, which is huge. We just rolled that out in the last month. We're very excited. Okay, Tracy, I would, my team will take down the Mattis Ave note, but if you want to follow up on the 311 email with that, that'd be great too. Mr. O'Connor, I believe that the mission and the other social service resources are folks get that word out as best that they can. I know that our police force who's out there in the community knows about the shelters as well. And they've been on the news. I understand that the folks out there experiencing homelessness aren't watching the news. And so it's kind of word of mouth. But Keystone Mission and other services, again, our city employees that are out there working with folks all know about these resources. If you have other ideas for how we could get the word out, please shoot us a note. One other thing I think I didn't say, that on February 19th, there's an event at Veloce Bike Works down, I think it's on Franklin. Yeah, Franklin, February 19th from 2 to 5. So it's a pre-biking season social, free beer from Groove Brewing. So how about that? Every time you see free beer, it catches your eye. That's February 19th at 2. Veloce is at 120 Franklin Avenue. All right. Yeah, West Scranton, all of the whole region is very icy right now. If you want to note, Laura, a particular place that you're worried about, please let us know. I know the crews are out there working really hard. So let us know if there's a particular place that you're worried about. We'll do our very best. Brian, my understanding is that we are partnering with UNC to do a survey of the neighbors around the Capouse Park area to see what it is that you all would like to see there. So we will make sure that we are doing our best to have the money that we spend, the investment that we make, match what the neighborhood actually wants. So in the meantime, though, it was important for us to take down that pool. The demolition of the NAIOG pool has also begun. We need to make sure that those structures are flattened out so that we can not have dangerous infrastructure out there. It's really important. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barb, I know we're trying to work with the owners of those sidewalks to get those cleared and repaired. That's something we actually had been working on the last couple of weeks. And if my team can follow up on that today, we should get back to that chain. So Garfield Avenue and Lafayette, I'll make a note of that to our DPW team. Okay. 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 All right. I hear some rain. It sounds loud, so I'm worried it's freezing rain. Okay. And then Sam. Mattis Ave. But Mattis is a long-term issue. I think there might be a typo in the one from Timothy there. Yeah, it is tough for us to get into the alleyways. So if you have issues getting out of your alley, we suggest that you find alternative parking on the streets where we're able to get to much better. The property tax bills, I believe they are printed. I don't know if they're in the mail yet. So sidewalks are this clearing sidewalks is actually the responsibility of the property owners, which is the way that the a lot of cities run that. We don't actually clear the sidewalks, so that's why we have a quality of life ticketing process, because we need people to do that on their own. But of course, we can always do better as a city and then as a community, and we'll keep working on this so that things are more clear. We're working on streetscapes using ARP money, hopefully, for some streetscapes so that all of the main thoroughfares in our neighborhoods and then also our downtown have the most pedestrian friendly infrastructure that we can get. Lenny, I'm sorry, I don't know specifically about St. Francis Cabrini. If it's water company trucks, that's PAWC. So that's their process. But if you have issues, shoot us a note at 311 and we can try to circle back with them and get your questions answered. All right. Well, I will send Garfield Lafayette and Mattis are the two specific ones that I see. We'll put those down. Again, DPW is working very, very hard. We have a big city with not a huge department, so we do what we can. And the guys, and they're all men, so I can say guys, the guys work really hard to clear the streets as best they can. We do have some new tips for clearing your sidewalk. If you want to check those out. I know it's hard to get to those hardware store today, but if you do shovel, make sure, and we talk about heart health, make sure that you're shoveling, you're pushing the snow, you're not lifting it. People can get really injured when they're shoveling snow. So push that snow, don't lift it. There's some other good tips that we have out there. And I really appreciate everybody staying home today if you can. Hopefully tonight things will clear up and we can enjoy First Friday. But if not, those great activities will be available later in the weekend and next month. So thanks everybody very much for your patience, and stay safe this weekend.